Hello, my name is Megan McCrea and I am a future science teacher. And for this assignment I have decided to use Course Sites by Blackboard. I found it was the easiest to use, most definitely user-friendly, at least in uploading and creating content pages. So if you were a student in my class, you would go to Login, and this is where you would be able to type in your username and the password that I have given you. And then when you get to the login page, you're going to see that there's some notifications, some student tools, but where you would go to access my class page is you would go to my classes and biology class. In my biology class, this would be my welcome home page. I have a little nice welcome message for my future students, basically to tell them what kind of resources are going to be available here, that their homework's available here, and that they basically can look around, and hopefully this will help them out in learning and understanding the content a lot better. To get to the content, you would go to the Content tab, and this is where I would be developing my unit plans, which I've already started. So for this assignment, we're going to go into the Genetics folder, and I have designed a lesson on monohybrid crosses. For the monohybrid cross, I have in this folder a short video that shows basically how to construct a Punnett square and also how you would be able to predict the offspring using a Punnett square. It's a short video, only 3.5 minutes long, and just gives kind of a rundown on how to actually complete a Punnett square. I also have on this, for additional information, a monohybrid lesson that I've created using PowerPoint. I actually did a screencast of the PowerPoint just because for some reason when I was uploading to AuthorStream it wouldn't upload my voice that I had narrated. So I used the screencasts and there they are. And this is where I go over some genetic terminology that would be important for the monohybrid cross, like alleles, phenotypes, genotypes, and then I give a quick rundown on how to construct the Punnett square and where to put the alleles on it, and then how you would use that to find the offspring and predict what kind of genes they could have. Lastly, I have on this page the monohybrid assignment that I would assign probably for the next day during class. But if a student wanted to get started on their work early, which would be amazing, they could download this and either complete it online using their Word, or they could print it out and bring it to class. In this assignment, they have the opportunity to practice heterozygous and homozygous traits, identifying which is which. They also are able to identify what the phenotype would be based off of the genotype, and inversely, what the genotype would be based off the phenotype. And then they have the opportunity to try and predict the offspring using a Punnett square. For students that wouldn't have the opportunity to access this, I would make available a few class flash drives that would have all of the lessons and all this material on it so that they would be able to take it home and plug it into their computer and use it. Additionally, I would post all of my videos on YouTube and provide YouTube websites for them, probably even those QR codes put on a sheet of paper so that they would be able to access it through their phone if they had a phone that was able to reach the internet. But those would be the ways that I would make these resources available to students that didn't have access to a computer. And they also would have time in the morning if they got there early enough. And if all of those methods failed, obviously I would allow the student to view the videos before completing the assignment with their fellow students in class. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and thank you very much.